What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the legendary comic book heroes Judge Death figure. This was a, if you're not familiar with, you're like, what the hell are legendary comic book heroes? If you're not familiar with them, they are some of the last figures that Toy Biz made while they actually still had the Marvel Legends action figures as well. This was a line that came out. It was a line just filled with independent comic book action stars from Image, Dark Horse, 2000 AD. And yeah, so most of these are indie characters here. And the other figures in the wave are... There's a Striker, which I've already done the review of, so if you want to check that out as well. We got Marv. I've done his review as well. We're working on Judge Death, and then next coming up we'll do Ann O'Brien. So stay tuned for that. And I'm still looking for these two guys right here. It seems that Star goes for around $40. I'm trying to look into the $30 range for him, and Darkness goes for around $60. So. Not trying to spend that much for those guys, but eventually I'll get them and finish off MonkeyMan here. He is the Build-A-Figure, and he's actually a really nice looking Build-A-Figure, to be honest with you. Let's see if I can get this to stand for a second. I'll do the little read up. If you want to pause it and read it, by all means go ahead, about Judge Death. But he is a Judge Dredd villain, and as you see, it comes in a nice window display here. And he does come with the left leg of MonkeyMan. So, there you go. And I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get Judge Death out of packaging and take a closer look at him. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back with Judge Death out of packaging, and he looks really, really cool. Just a really awesome amount of detail on him. And he has a little bit of a skinnier body. But that's pretty much accurate to what he looked like in the comic. And if you're wondering who the hell is Judge Death, he is a villain of Judge Dredd. His powers being having the ability to possess other people. Basically, his whole mindset is that he wants to just kill all manners of life and basically judges the living. And since he actually thinks that all the living are guilty of pretty much everything, seeing as that most of the living actually cause most of the problems. So, I mean, I guess from a certain point of view, you could get this guy, you can understand where he's coming from a certain point of view. Not saying that I would agree with that, but from a certain point of view, I guess. But anyway, that's Judge Death in a nutshell. But looking at the figure here, let me just set him aside. Actually, when taking a look at him, still kind of futzing around with him. There we go, just set him aside. He does come with the left leg of MonkeyMan, and here is the leg, what it looks like. It does come with some nice articulation. There goes Judge Death. We'll just set him aside. And nice articulation in the foot. Nice individual toe articulation and everything, so that looks cool. So let's get the other pieces in here. So far we have the left leg of MonkeyMan, the left arm of MonkeyMan, and the right arm of MonkeyMan. So we're getting closer, folks, and I'm working my hardest to find the rest of the figures in the wave. So, bringing Judge Death back in here, just really awesome amounts of detail on him. You can definitely tell that this is some sort of denim on him, or just kind of like a lot of like paint shading just going throughout. It almost looks like a denim. I know it's probably not, he's not supposed to be wearing a denim clothing material, but that's what it looks like. But I understand what they were doing with the paint shading, the black paint shading going throughout, and mixed in with the blue, and it looks really, really great. I understand they were going for the comic look for him. On his shoulder pads here, we have some bones here. as opposed to Judge Dredd, what he has on his shoulder. And he also has looks like some sort of like I don't know, almost looks like a friggin' pterodactyl or something. But looks pretty cool. It says death on here. He's got the judge symbol right there. And he's got some more. This is all sculpted and painted a nice olive drab or an olive green color. And actually his belt matches his hands here. Both of his hands and his feet as well. Similar to the knee pads as well. I think the elbow pads are a little bit lighter of a color, almost like mixed in with a yellow wash to kind of give it a nice little differentiate. So you can differentiate, excuse me, as I reform my words from that sentence. So you can differentiate the elbow pads from the knee pads and his arms and hands and stuff. So that's a nice little touch right there. And he's got some shading, yellow shading going on for the bones going across here. Taking a look at his face. Face looks pretty cool. Very sinister looking. Very just angry. Unfortunately, you cannot take the helmet off. But I don't think he never really took it off, so there's no really point to even doing that. So, but as far as his articulation goes, his head does move side to side. Doesn't really look up or down, really, kind of just eye level. He doesn't really want to move. I think he might just be on a ball peg. I could be mistaken though, but he does move side to side. He cannot do a full 360, unfortunately, because the shoulder pad is hindering it. But his arms move up about that far. A little bit less on this side because of the shoulder pad over here. It does move down, and he can't really do a full 360 either, but you can kind of get him in any range of motion that you really need, or any position, I should say. He's got the bicep swivel. He does have a double jointed elbow. He does have a wrist swivel, and he does have a nice wrist hinge. He does have finger articulation, just individual finger articulation only in his index finger though. The rest are all sculpted together. And the same, I believe, on this side as well. So he does have an ab crunch, which goes forward, and it does go back nicely. He does have a waist swivel as well. And he's got T-jointed hips, which go out about that far and back about that far, and does do the splits nicely. I don't think Judge Death will be doing any gymnastics anytime soon, but if you want to, it's there. Double jointed knees. He also does have a thigh swivel. He's got the ankle hinge, which goes forward, and it does go back, and it does have the nice ankle pivot. Old school Toy Biz ankle pivot. Still works perfectly. Yeah, looking at him, he's got some nice, really nice detail. I think the best paint applications on this guy are probably in his teeth. Getting in really close here. I mean, there's just really nice paint applications on his face. And even though he doesn't have that much going on his face, it's pretty simplistic. The most that you're getting is in the mouth, and it is just beautifully painted. So, and this being like I said, a much skinnier action figure, if I had to have one gripe, I would probably be the fact that he feels a little bit fragile. Not that I feel like he's going to break anytime soon. I just took him out of packaging. He's brand new, basically. But maybe over time... Oh, he does also have toe articulation. I did not even point that out. I'm so sorry. And he does have 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet and a peg hole in the back. So, but yeah, like I said, going back to my point, he just feels a little bit fragile. I don't know, maybe the most fragile in his bicep swivel here, since it's such a small ball joint right there, and then a thin arm. It's very, very small and dainty looking, but still a really nice figure. And I would definitely recommend this figure especially if you're a Judge Dredd fan and looking for some villains. We were supposed to get some more villains, but the Wave 3 never got never got dished out to us, which is unfortunate. But yeah, still a very nice addition to my collection. Very happy to have him. I would definitely recommend this figure. He's still in a very affordable price range, so you could definitely find him for around the $20 range. Still mint on card too as well, and he comes with the nice BAF piece. Doesn't come with any other accessories though. But that's pretty much it for. That's going to wrap it up for Judge Death here. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this figure. 2 thumbs up. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.